Parse Productions is excited to bring you coverage of the King of the North 2020 edition, brought to you by OTB Discs, Gotta Go, Gotta Throw, Social CBD, Hammock Gear, and Rubber Bandits. This is Ben Kroll.
And Derek Sahr, and I have never seen this course, Ben. I am so excited.
I don't know how you haven't been up here yet. This place is awesome.
I know.
Look at those colors.
This is the commentary I have been looking forward to all year. I cannot wait to see this.
And the colors were absolutely perfect this year in Minnesota, this time of year. Hole 1 got listed at 280 feet, I believe. Just straight tunnel shot. You can throw putter, mid, fairway driver, kind of whatever you trust the best. If you get on the either side of the fairway, left or right early, you're in a lot of trouble. It's going to be tough to get up and down for your par. Again, these guys are probably going to be throwing putters and mids. We got a fun card as well for you.
Yeah, Noah Meintsma, Innova sponsored, a fellow Innova player. I heard there's a little bit of a story behind him getting in.
Yeah, we Cale had a cutoff on the sign up, and Noah was late, of course. And he came up for fun, was just hanging out. And look at this gorgeous Nova shot here to start with. And he was asking every single pro player to take their spot. Came down to the last card, and our buddy Mike Garrett's, I don't know why, let him do it. And the deal was that whatever winnings that Noah gets, he has to give to Mike. But you didn't have to pay an entry fee either, and he got in. So
I would say that's a pretty safe bet to bet on Noah.
Yeah, it's kind of a win-win overall. I think Mike just went fishing all weekend. Maybe went back to the kids and watched some hockey. I don't know. He's got a few kids at home. So, Mike, I can't believe you let him do that. Let's go, G.
And T3J, no stranger to coverage, the sidearm extraordinaire. And now Josh Miller, Legacy sponsored, BRP sponsored. This guy can chuck. I cannot wait to watch him play.
Yes, he likes to throw some lines as well. He comes about every year to this tournament. This is one I don't miss myself. This is probably one of his purple ghosts. Money.
Not a bad shot. Now, I see there's wheels on the basket. Is this a temp course?
So the first 3 holes, Cale adds A, B, and C to the course in a sense. But they'll list as hole 1, 2, and 3. And then the last 18 holes are the normal course holes for the most part.
Okay, gotcha.
And this course has been through a couple redesigns. They put in a mountain biking course here. It's really cool. They have a gondola, or I don't know, is that what they're called?
Gondola sounds good to me.
They have one of those you can ride up there. Even as a walker, hiker, you can ride that up and ride it back down. But you can take your mountain bike up there and bring it down on the trail. It's pretty cool. It goes right through the course at times. We'll have to call it out when we see it.
This sounds like a jack of all trades kind of a course.
Yeah.
You can kind of do it all up here.
Yeah, Giants Ridge. It's a ski hill in the winter. They have a couple golf courses up here as well too. Pretty cool place to be, that's for sure. There's also a little lake that there's some cabins on that we usually stay at for this tournament.
Jeez. So this absolutely sounds like a can't miss tournament. And
you're missing it.
Yeah, and I haven't been to it yet. I know. Noah starting off hot with that birdie. And if these are the colors that I'm seeing on hole 1, I'm very excited.
Oh, man. I've never seen this many colors up here. It's just awesome. I think it's a little cooler here this time of year than typical, I would say.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks pretty calm. Was the weather a factor at all? Is it a little colder? Or?
This first day, I don't believe we saw much weather. The last day, we did see a little bit of rain, I believe.
These guys just clean up birdies.
And I know the wind did switch from one day to the next day, but it wasn't a ton of wind either, maybe 10 to 15.
Very cool. Yeah, Cale does such a great job out here as we see Noah's Nova shot going on a hyzer, dead straight.
Yep, and Jesse and T3J saving their threes. Again, getting in a lot of trouble if you get off the fairway in that hole.
Yeah, and it's really cool to see what Cale does out here. I have a feeling I'm in for a treat. And hole 2, 310 feet. Looks like there's a road on the right that plays OB. That shouldn't come into effect too much, but you have a guarded green with these trees, and it's on a hump. That looks like a difficult green to access.
Yep, and you get over to the street there, it is OB. Usually this is where you feel a little bit of wind. You can see those flakes flying, so if you're not within 20, 30 feet, it's kind of a tough run. And this course was originally designed by Anton. I don't know the story that well. but really good guy. He worked on this course and this property here at Giants Ridge for a long time. He made something special here, that's for sure. And it sounded like he was just a great guy overall. I know Cale tries to carry on that legacy here.
Very cool. I mean, we got to also talk about maybe the most important thing about this tournament, the trophy.
Yeah.
It is a sword. You know, I don't want to say it's Game of Thrones inspired, but it's a sword. And do you get your name etched in it as well?
That you do.
Oh, my goodness.
Only 2 names on that sword so far.
Yep.
Cale's one of them, and Alex Geisinger. So
very cool.
These guys don't want to let Cale just run away with it. That's for sure. And it's definitely Game of Thrones inspired.
Yeah, okay.
Cale's a big fan.
And this seems to be more of a sidearm-friendly hole with playing into that hillside, just playing it wide, just like T3J is here.
One of the couple forehands I throw on the course. He just rides right up into that hill really nice if you can get it to finish into that hill.
And didn't introduce him, but Jesse Adams, also no stranger to commentary and the coverage, played so well at South Dakota State. I'd really love to see him come out and get hot here.
Yeah, and I think he talked about before, he's put a lot of MVP discs in the bag. I know he was initially sponsored by Latitude in the past.
Yep. Yeah, his bag switches a lot. He was Discraft. He wasn't on the team, but he threw Discraft for a while. But now he's really enjoying these MVP discs. So,
and he's got a lot of game, likes throwing a lot of overhands when he gets opportunity to. Good little run, kept it close. Yep, Josh, none of that. I ain't having any of that.
No way.
And all the guys on this card are a lot of fun to play with. Really positive attitudes on the course.
Yeah, what an awesome card that we get to commentate for today. Get a sidearm extraordinaire. We got some guys that can slice the backhands. And this is going to be a wooded course. T3J putting uphill.
Was so close. Didn't scamper too far away. And actually, I remember right. I think they did get some rain during the tournament because K-Rob and I went over and fished Cale's dad's lake, so we got to play early in the morning. So we had to catch a bunch of bass in Northern while these guys are playing in the rain later.
Now, were these rocks out of bounds?
Nope. Even that sidewalk I don't think was either. I think it wasn't until he got to the street.
Okay, I wasn't too sure what Noah was doing.
Scratching his hand really quick on the concrete.
Okay, he's just getting some dirt, and I think Joey's helping him out, using the cameraman, showing him where the dirt is.
It's a tough putt. Ceiling is I think he went over the branch there.
Oh, hopefully he checked up. Looks like he did just a little bit.
Yeah, it doesn't bother Noah at all. Great putt. Yeah, you can see the mountain bikers there. There's one point we saw like 30 people in line to get onto the gondola to ride up.
Wow.
I don't know if they had something going on this weekend as well.
And this plays on like a ski hill as well?
Yep, that is correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I came up here and played golf before. Like I said, they had 2 courses, the Legend and the Quarry, and the Legend was awesome. It was a super fun course. I think the Quarry's a little tighter.
Now, this is ball golf, right, Ben?
This is ball golf, that is correct, yeah. This is up in northern Minnesota in the Iron Range. Judson Mine is another course that's up in this area, probably about a half hour away. And that course is just absolutely gorgeous. So a lot of options up here. And Cale's even put in like 5 or 6 courses himself, little 9-hole and 18-hole courses in some of these smaller towns.
I mean, you know, getting out of the cities, heading a little bit north, there's so much opportunity for courses. And I feel like it's untapped, and Cale is just starting to tap into that as no birdies on that hole.
Kind of surprising.
Yeah.
A fairly wide open hole. Again, dangerous green though, and you saw a couple layups there, kind of half bids as well. Brings us to hole 3, listed at 317 feet, going uphill here, and it definitely plays all of probably almost 400 feet, I would say. Definitely taking something overstable, pumping it on maybe a slight ante, and letting it ride back into the hill. there's a little bit of a hump that this basket is on. So if you go just maybe 5-10 feet long, you're going to give yourself a little bit of a putt back probably. And Noah's probably got enough distance. He can just throw all on hyzer here. I myself have to kind of get a little bit of a flex out of the disc to get it all the way up the hill.
And that uphill shot, you want to throw something a little less stable so you can get some more flight out of it. This should stable up.
Yeah, look at Noah just throwing a destroyer super easy up there.
Yep, no problem.
15 feet.
Josh seeing that line, trying to copy exactly that.
And everybody kind of knows where the number's set at as well too. I played with Cale this morning before all the MPO teed off in the afternoon, just because he's TD, wanted to get back in time to do all the scores and everything.
Yeah.
Great shot there from Josh. Love a little uphill putt.
You weren't lying about the bikers. I think I've seen about 6 or 7 at this point, and I don't think that'll be the last that we see of those bikers.
I doubt it. Timmy, we've seen him on coverage on Par Save before. He's got a big arm, this forehand, but that was a little too much turn and not enough height.
Yeah, I feel with the forehand on big wide open shots, at least for me, I sometimes get, I like to call big eyes, and you turn it over, you try to put too much on it, and it's hard to control the forehand to have it go big distance, unless you're Ryan Sheldon. But
I feel like I do that a lot with anything throwing high speed. I just try to rip it every time. And here you got Jesse getting to about the circle's edge.
Yeah, that uphill putt looks favorable. Don't want to be putting downhill at this basket, as we're starting to see the incline of this course.
Yeah, this first half is fairly uphill. Go across the hill as well too, but a lot of uphill, and then on the way down, again, going down the hill, which is a lot of fun, of course.
Yeah, getting that disc to just go.
Got some music going on here.
Yeah.
You see all those people lined up in the back for the bikes.
Kind of gets you into the zone, some music pumping.
Yeah.
Jesse's gonna get this putt. Calling you right now. Oh, dang.
That's good effort.
Outside.
Got to walk it off, Josh. Sorry.
Got to walk up that hill and then down the hill.
This would be a good one for Josh to get. Keep pushing Noah as he knows he's only 12 feet away.
Just a bit short, but that's the miss on those uphill putts.
Yeah, that height definitely got him.
Noah, 2 for 3. I feel like he missed the easier birdie of the 3 holes too.
Especially for his forehand.
Yeah, he's got such a good forehand, but still can't be upset with going 2 for 3 right there. That's for
When
sure.
he wasn't even supposed to be playing it all anyways.
yeah, no kidding. But anything for Noah is just a bonus.
Yeah, G's starting to cheer him on at this point.
Yeah. Oh, I see there's a pretty sweet rock wall back there too.
Yeah, again, this is just a fun place to be at. There's a big hotel lodge there you can see, and then place to eat there. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, like Burnt Onion or something like that. Yeah, it's just a fun place. And these views, you get to see some sweet views when we get up to the top of the hill as well. Oh, look at that hat.
The hat kind of fell off and went back on there.
Noah with the lone birdie there, getting the 2 down. And now we start kind of the actual course here. hammock gear. Make sure you guys check them out. No joke there. They have all sorts of gear that you need for your hammock. Looks like a very comfortable hammock to be sleeping in. They got down quilts to go around it, down quilts to go in it, all sorts of different sizes as well too for different weather conditions.
And if you're like me, extremely affordable as well. So that is the big winner. That is so cool.
Yeah, again, this is hole 4, course hole 1. They listed at a par 4. It's kind of one of those tweener holes. You're not going to really see anyone get to it as it plays probably 5 to 550 of actual distance, listed at 411, but very uphill.
Yeah, I see it as a par 4 here. Seems to be a pretty simple par 4.
Yeah, very, very simple. You shouldn't be doing too much on this hole. The worst thing you can do is roll one over, get it flying straight, and there's a tree line that you can get around. And if you get around that tree line, you get in a lot of trouble. But these guys are all going to be throwing something stable and just letting it fly into the hill. Yeah, that's all you need there.
Boy, it's got to be a bit taxing on your legs, hiking up these hills, and I'm curious to see these guys' stamina towards the end of the round and at the end of the coverage at that, and to see whose legs are going to hold up in the end.
Yeah, but just adds that extra element, and you're tired by the end of the weekend with how many times you go up and down this hill.
T3J with that big flexy forehand, something flippy, just riding that line so beautiful. He throws forehands like nobody else.
Yeah, he just throws those angles so well and knows his disc.
Kaboom by Jesse.
Yeah, he throws far, even get past Noah's disc. Wow. And that's ideal. If you get to the left side of that road with that much distance, the upshot's so simple. Even from back here, maybe plays total of 180 feet, 200 feet of distance.
What an upshot.
Yeah, just a little long, but well within 15 feet or so.
I feel it's easier to throw a forehand into an uphill green rather than a backhand. I can't really explain as to why, but it just, for me, feels just a little bit easier.
I think the standstill, it's harder to rotate on that front leg when you're throwing backhand. Josh actually on a forehand who doesn't throw a ton of forehands. I think that really affected that shot there. He's probably got about 25 feet still for his 33.
Yeah, he got up onto that lip that you said is kind of treacherous if you go over it, so good thing he stayed on top there.
Looks like a little strong from Noah, but again, 10, 12 feet away. And it looks like G's even caddying for him right there. He wants to make sure he's got a good investment going.
Yeah, no kidding.
Jesse, kind of a half run, just right there.
Oh, wow, Josh was
it's
within inches.
Very downhill right there. I get it probably only drops off maybe, 15 feet or so, but again, very quickly.
Like to see Josh another one on the board here, but another short putt.
Yeah, just kept it low. Never really got high enough out of his hand.
You can go.
Yeah, pretty simple 3 here from the rest of these guys.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see how the putting's going to be with this much elevation as well, because that plays a key factor. Running a downhill putt can mean the difference of a round.
Yeah, and you feel the wind a little bit more when you get to the top of the hill. There's a few holes up there that you really feel it on a couple drives. And then because you're on these hillsides and these tree lines, you're getting different winds on different spots. So you'll think it's going one way, but really it's going a different direction when you get up there.
And you were right about the colors. Josh card's the only par there. It's just popping right now this time of year towards the early fall.
Yeah, it's just a tournament you do not want to miss.
Hole 5, par 4, 430 feet. Dog-legging left. Just want to get your hyzer to land right about here. And then it finishes off to the right. And you don't want to go too far off that edge because that is a pretty steep slope.
Yeah, again, just drops very quickly within 10 feet of the hole. You're 20 feet below it already. And this hole plays very, very uphill. Another one of those ones where you do not want the disc to flip up and go straight because you get around that tree line that you're seeing there. You're just trying to land on the fairway like Noah. You don't need a ton of distance, but obviously the closer you get, the easier that green is to manage.
Yeah, and this hole seems like the upshot is everything. It just, you put yourself in a good position for an upshot, and you're going to be sitting really pretty.
Yeah, I think I was throwing like 50 feet short of where the rest of my group was, and I was still getting right underneath the basket. You don't need much, but the closer you get, it definitely makes you feel more comfortable. And Timmy's line on that was so perfect.
Just throw a big forehand on an Annie, something kind of flippy, really high, and just watch it go. He got full flight out of that thing.
Yeah, it came out at the exact right time. You can hear the rain starting to drizzle down on these guys. Jesse slipping a little bit, but just fine again. You don't need much.
Yeah, not too bad. I think you said he slipped and got it a little bit straight, but you can see the basket from where he is, so he's going to be sitting all right.
Great shot from Josh. Kept it low, just drove it into the hill.
And you're right, Ben. You don't need much distance. 430 feet. It is all uphill, but this next shot is the key right here.
And most of these guys would be throwing like a putter from back here. I'm not as 100% sure what Josh throws on his forehand. I think the forehand's a little tricky because if it flies a little high left to right, which that's perfect, maybe a little long. I just like throwing a little backhand putter. It kind of plays away from the hill. If you end up 10, 15 feet left, it's not too bad of a putt. But again, throwing that uphill, having that forehand just sometimes feels more comfortable.
And it feels like no matter what, you're going to be looking at a death putt on this hole almost every time.
Just put it underneath it.
Yeah.
Or just throw it in like Jesse here.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So close.
Yeah, and keeps it very, very close to the basket as well, too.
No surprise. Assuming he's going to throw, the Rhino.
Yeah, you'll see Timmy use this disc all day for his upshots.
Such a trustworthy disc. It's not extremely overstable, but it does have its stability, and you can get it flat as well a little bit and have it, control some shots.
Yeah, well, it's just that resist turn really well, but doesn't fade super hard either, so very user-friendly. And that's a good upshot there from T3J. Noah even closer here.
Yeah, not sure what Noah's throwing here. I'm gonna assume a gator or a caiman.
Ooh,
Oh, but
what a little tree kick.
wow, he sat up on that edge.
Yeah, he's probably within 15 feet just on the side of that little hill.
Oh, what sounds.
And sometimes when you're that close on those uphills, it feels like it's 10 feet away.
Yeah.
Great putt from Noah. That's like 3 putts now we've seen from Josh. Just hitting that front cage. That one hit the top of the rim even. Looked like it could have slid in and it didn't.
Yeah, Josh just inches away from having, quite a nice round going right now.
You'd be right there with Noah.
Yep. Jesse carding a birdie. Yeah, you can just look down there and, oh man, orange, red, green, yellow, all of the colors.
Yeah, it's one of the first times I could see every single color out there. And the reds were just so vibrant. They weren't like the rust-colored reds. I mean, they popped.
Yeah, you can see it right there, right off the basket. So beautiful. What an amazing property. And a thumbs up from T3J.
Yeah, this whole kind of plays like the last one, kind of one of those soft par 4s. As you see, 3 out of the 4 get this one as well. Noah off to a really good start so far here.
Yeah, it's about as good as you can get.
My name.
Thank you, Rubber Bandits. Always be training during the off season, and it's great to take on the road as well. You can close it in a door, step on it, and you can pull, like I like to call it the lawnmower drill. You just kind of pull up all the way, reach to the sky, and then back down nice and slowly. It's quite a nice thing to have, honestly.
Yeah, they're going to help with your form and increase your strength and resistance to hopefully getting injured as well, too, throughout the long season. We got hole 6 here, very uphill again. Listed only 220 feet, but definitely plays closer to 320 feet. Noah throwing a great shot there. I think that was just a mid-range for him. I'm usually going a little bit more like a fairway driver myself. And he's within 10, 15 feet. There's a couple trees that are on the green. You just want the disc as a right-hand, backhand player to be fading out a little bit at the end of the flight. And a little bit trickier line for the forehand, but probably a little bit easier to park it as well, too, with the flight of this shot.
And now, is this a blind hole?
Yeah, you can't really see the basket from back here, but you know where the gap is. You can see those couple rocks.
Yep.
And that's right at the opening of the gap.
Yeah, it seems going to be a common occurrence here. Quite uphill on this shot as well.
Yes, sir. Yeah, aiming for that birch right there that Jesse's headed towards, coming right inside of it, and that's money. 20 feet. Faded out just a little too much maybe at the end. Josh trying to get some birdies racked up as he's put himself in good position so far. Let's see if he can do it again. And you're just hoping this thing doesn't kick right, but that was perfect. There's just a couple trees that you can hit there, and it kicks you right, and all of a sudden you're out of birdie position pretty quick.
Yeah, quite a guarded green as well. Like you said, that right side seems to be quite treacherous and not even having a look if you kick to the right.
Yeah, Timmy's probably about 50 to 60 feet out here. Still should have a pretty open look.
You can hear the rain coming down on these guys.
Yeah, I'm glad I was out fishing at this time and not playing disc golf.
Did your card beat the rain then?
Yeah, we didn't have any rain for our round, but I remember that we did get rain down while we were fishing, and that's what these guys are getting right now.
Or feature card.
Yep, and Timmy with a great bid there from how far out he was.
Just a little high.
And Jesse got a little far left on his finish, but it's a kind of a tough putt for being 20 feet away.
Yeah, you know, he's thinking about Richmond right here. No problem. You know, just the South Dakota State Neil putt there. Great putt out of Jesse. No, a little bit of hair as well to deal with, but should be no problem for him.
Again, no, only missing one hole so far.
Yeah.
Just on fire right now.
Now, this would be a good putt for Josh to make. I know it doesn't seem like it's too far away, but just to get that confidence built up.
Yeah, after missing a couple early ones, and it looked like a solid putt. Unfortunately, it almost squeaked out, and it probably kind of gets you thinking a little bit.
Yeah.
When you're having a tough time putting on that.
I was hoping that thing would be, you know, dead center, low, in all day. And T3J does like to do that from close range, I've noticed. He likes to kind of do the end over end flop putt that just kind of gets into the chains. And Josh getting that birdie.
Good view of that shot. And 3 out of 4 be getting a birdie again.
Still, a lot of golf, and 3 strokes only separates Noah from Josh right now on the feature card. We're going into hole 7, par 3, 280 feet. Seems to be just a bit of another tunnel shot that you have to hit. Don't want to be too far left or right. Looks like it does open up a little bit more on the right side, and this green sloping right to left, I would think a forehand would be a good play to play into this green.
Yeah, this is a tight, tricky shot. It has opened up a little bit. You saw the mountain bike course was actually in the middle of the hole there. This was even tighter before that. It was very guarded if you got into the right or left side. No, it's a good shot, but probably going to be about 50, 60 short. Just a tricky hole to throw backhand. You got to get the disc turning at the right time. It's got to get up and over that little ridge before you get to the hole. Otherwise, you're going to be short like Noah was.
Yeah, he needs something to kind of flip late or just like that.
That's not so bad at all. You saw it start to trickle left, and
Yep.
that wasn't fading too hard. I think if it was fading a little bit harder, a little bit faster disc, it really starts to get down that hill quick.
Yeah, I'd almost think like a leopard type disc would be great to have it hyzer flip really late and turning.
And Josh is on that same disc he threw on the last hole, which is a very straight finish at the end, but did not get the height that he needed. But
He did get that slide. Luckily, he got to that dirt path.
yeah, that'll be an easy up and down at the very least.
I would think T3J would be liking his chances here at hitting this gap and getting down there.
Yeah, this is his kind of hole all day.
Gonna be throwing something on the flippy side. Oh, and he hit it.
What a sweet line. That is insane. Ace run in the
Wow.
basket. Ah, that's insane.
You're thinking it's gonna be hitting the trees on the right, and then it's so flippy it just starts turning left, and
So much trust in your
Yeah.
disc to do that.
that angle control is so good. And there's Noah, I'm sure, asking T3J for a couple of pointers on that.
Yeah, he went a little long, so it'll be maybe even outside the circle on his putt. Josh again from about 60, 70. Great bid.
His side is new over here, Noah. Yeah, let's keep it in. Yeah, they have it up. Because
Yeah, they're looking up at the, again, this is the first time that the mountain bike course has came through this hole before.
And Noah, I'm sure, just not wanting to hyzer off too much on this. Yeah.
It was a half bid pretty much at that point.
A smart play by Noah. Don't want to run anything too crazy this early.
Yeah, great putt there from Jesse.
Uphill.
Look at that background.
Yeah.
So gorgeous
That
there.
is amazing. What a green.
Yeah, solid putt from Jesse again there.
Got to feel good after that one.
OTB disc, go check them out. Again, watch out for collaboration in the near future here with Parsave.
E3J hoping to capitalize on this birdie opportunity, seeing, Noah not getting it here.
nope.
Yeah, he knew he popped it out of his hand, got a little too high. Yeah, solid tap in there from Noah. Again, thanks guys for checking out the coverage. That's the end of the front seven here. Again, big shout out to our sponsors, OTB Disc, Social CBD, Rubber Bandits, Gotta Go, Gotta Throw, and Hammock Gear. You're not going to want to miss the rest of this coverage or the second round. Again, these trees are just popping. Check that out in the background there.
Yeah, only the beginning, Ben. I am so excited to see the rest of this.
We're just getting started.
Just the beginning, baby. And it's a tight battle. Look at that.
Yeah, Jesse's starting to catch up to Noah, who had the early lead. Again, came out here firing, not even knowing that he was going to play this weekend.
Well, that concludes our front seven here. Make sure to tune into the back seven, and we will catch you guys later. Derek Sahr signing off.
Ben Kroll, check out the middle seven first, though.
Oh, yeah, that's right.